Goes on, it's a chock-a-block field, a maximum grid of 32. We've got some reserves. We had 41 entries for this round. The revs rise, we get set. This is race 2 of 3. Could Lowndes wrap it up here? Away we go. Look at Russell Ingall's start. It was a pretty good one, but he's got a lot of work to do. The Valvoline cars dice it out, but it's Craig Lowndes who gets away to the best start.
Ingle said to me just before the start, watch me at the...
Oh,
Jason
there. He's taken out Ingle.
Oh, and longer.
Oh, goodness me. 3 cars involved in that. Ingle, championship chaser, and he's just seen it go out the window. Will we see a safety car?
Boy.
Well, if Russell can't get out of there, it is all over.
Oh.
Well, look at him.
High-speed contact. He's still got the engine running. He's trying to drive his way out, but that's a deep bunker there.
There's no chance there.
The whole idea of that is to catch spinning car, and it catches them very effectively. Once you're in there, you are there.
Well, he got away to such a magnificent start, was coming through the pack, and Jason Bright was the one who went sideways. Here's the replay. Let's have a look at it. Watch Bright on the right-hand side of your screen in the blue car. Ingle's come through Longhurst and Scaife.
Scaife come together with Scaife.
There's the contact there between Scaife and Jason Bright as they come down into the first turn.
Scaife had nowhere to go. He was getting squeezed.
So Bright's come across. He's caught Ingle, and then Tony Longhurst right on the outside there spins.
Well, they were both passengers, weren't they?
Yeah.
Longhurst and Russell Ingle.
Well, can you believe that? Let's have a look at it in the Shell Helix replay from inside Russell Ingle's car. There's the front of Bright's car. Ingle left with nowhere to go. He's spinning toward the sand trap. And Tony Longhurst right on the outside, defenceless to do anything.
Well, Scaife played a major part in this. You watch, he had nowhere to go. Look, he touches Bright, or Bright touches him, or whatever.
Okay, we've got a red flag situation. They're stopping the race. Well,
wow.
This is a good situation for Russell Ingle. Can you believe it? If he'd been stuck in there, his championship was over. But obviously, Clark, of course, Tim Schenken has decided those cars are too dangerous sitting in that sand trap, and they're going to restart the race.
Well, it is, because if anybody had a brake failure or anything, they'd be straight off at the end of the straight there at 260 k's an hour confronted with a bunch of parked cars.
Well,
what a start from Russell Ingle. That would have been interesting if they got through the first corner all right, eh?
Russell said to me, watch the first corner, because that's his, he had everything to gain and nothing to lose.
He does make some phenomenally good starts, and he was an innocent bystander in that one. A little tangle between Scaife and Bright launched a chain reaction. Tony Longhurst caught up in that too. I think Tony got out of the sand trap under his own steam. And there's Russell Ingle. He will live to fight another day.
Well, it was. I think it was very good the way they got out of it. There was no rolled cars. They just slid off the circuit. Well, there you have it, a replay from the rear of Craig Lowndes' car. That first corner incident, the beginning of race 2, the contact between Mark Scaife and Jason Bright. Now, as a result of that, the race has been reduced to 15 laps, and there is Jason Bright, a very dejected and disappointed Jason Bright, who was going so well, flying up the inside there, and both he and Mark Scaife were both pedaling for that same piece of ground, and well, he is out of it, but the thing is, this guy isn't. Russell Ingle is still very much in.
Yeah, there's a few more gaps on the grid there too. Jason Bright leaves a big hole there for Russell Ingle to try and leap across to his left.
And you think he's not going to have a go.
Well, just look at the start he got the first time round.
Yeah, exactly.
He made a sensational start to Heat 2. Caught up in that tangle between Scaife and Bright, but he's back there.
It's going to be really interesting to see if Mark rides shotguns and pull out to come over towards Craig on the inside there.
We get ready
for Russell.
Green at the back. We're going to have green at the front. Any tick of the clock now. Look at Russell Ingle. He's keen to go.
Oh, the clutch is gone. His clutch is gone.
Russell Ingle is in big trouble and a stall.
Clutch for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, he was signalling to the officials very early on there. He was having trouble getting their car.
Yeah, I think the clutch was just getting hot and starting to bite, and there was nothing he could do about it, and that's what he was saying.
So Lowndes takes him through the first corner. Russell Ingle is right at the back of the pack. There he is there. Larkham got away to a good start, so too did Garth Tanner as they come on through. Well, in more and more, this just plays into the hands of Craig Lowndes, who leads this field down under the Dunlop Bridge for the first time of this reduced 15-lapper. Look at this, a good battle here between Longhurst and Glenn Seaton. It looks like Barguana's in there as well, so we've still got a good race on our hands.
Yeah, a lot of battle damage on one of the Ford Credit Falcons there coming under the bridge. Oh, and Russell Ingle continuing to charge up through the pack now. It's going to be interesting to see the way Tim Schenken, Clark, of course, determines that start.
Well, that was pretty obvious that the Russell wasn't pulling a punch there. He had his hand out the window, and you could see the car creeping. His hand out, it's creeping, I can't do anything about it.
Well, his fate in this championship now rests in the hand of the officials. We'll wait with bated breath and see if any action's going to be taken. Meanwhile, he's continuing his charge through the pack, chasing this man, Craig Lowndes, the dominant winner of Heat 1 and looking going to do it again in Heat 2. He's got Mark Skate and Tony Longhurst right behind him.
Yeah, Longhurst is very well placed there in third spot. Looks like Glenn Seaton's still back there in fourth as we watch Russell Ingall weave his way through from the back of this grid. Here's the battle. Alan Jones, Dick Johnson's in there as well as they make their way past the two wins cars. Alan Jones had some problems in race 1. He had to come into the pits. He ended up finishing 23rd, and he's on his way back in race 2.
Jones and Mazira, that battle for 12th position. So the order now: Lowndes, Skate, Longhurst, Seaton, Bargwanna up there in 5th position, Tander in 6th, his teammate, Larkham in 7th, John Faulkner in 8th, Paul Romano in 9th, and Stephen Ellery in the Konica Young Lions Commodore. He's up in 10th position.
Well, in race 1, Russell did everything he could to come. He worked his way from 9th up into 6th position. There's a good scrap on there between Scape and Longhurst for that third spot, long way back. Looked like Jason Bargwanna inside the top 5 as well.
There he is, right behind the boss, Larry Perkins. Larry got caught up in that tangle with Dick Johnson in Heat 1, bent the differential housing. There's a lot of work by the boys, and he's going to sneak down inside the boss. That's another position he needs.
You'd have to say he's doomed not to get this, man.
Oh.
Well, he's certainly got the odds against him. Taken out in Heat 2 on the first corner. Now he's had some problem, some difficulty getting the car off the start line. But you're on board now with the enforcer, Russell Ingall. He is a fighter. He'll take this one right to the last lap of Heat 3.
He's worked his way up as we wait for our timing to come across. He's into 17th now, and he is on the charge, coming up on the back of Terry Finnegan in the Sony Auto Sound Commodore. Inside Terry, so add another one to that, and that means he's up to 16th position. Russell Ingall charging from the back, as we saw in Darwin. He's a great effort from 13th to first. He's a long way from first as we see him work on board the triple Emmetry.
Just been doing our sums on this championship situation too. It's a nail biter. If Lowndes wins this race, Ingall must finish at least 10 to take the battle to Heat 3. So I'm sure if you're getting the word from his tactician on the headsets, doing their sums in the Castrol Perkins pen.
And if he did that, if he finished in the first 10, then he'd have to win the second race.
Well, and something drastic happened at Lowndes. He's got some tough customers ahead of him as well. Bowes in 11th, Mazira's in 12th, Alan Jones is in 13th, Dick Johnson's in 14th, and he's got Darren Pate right in front of him right now. So it's not as if he's got some easy beats to get through.
Yeah, looks like he's carrying plenty of speed. So makes his way through the slower competitors. It's going to be harder and harder as he gets toward the pointy end of the field to find his way past. We saw that in Heat 1. He was most outspoken after Heat 1. Situation here. His tyres not working as well as the Bridgestone rubber, not taking anything away from the Mobil 1 Holden Racing Team's efforts, but he's